Right, this is my latest release, the video I put together. The release is called Prang. It was out last Friday on the 22nd. So what I'm going to do is do a little breakdown of how I made the video, the clips I used, how I edited it. Can't even say the word. Yeah, and just how I really put it together. It's I'm not an expert on Premiere Pro, but I think it's something that anyone can do, and it just gives you an idea of how you could kind of do your own video. Like I say, I use Premiere Pro, but you can kind of use these tips on any kind of editing software. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'm just going to play the first few seconds of it, or first little bit, so give you an idea of what the video is. So here we go.
Have you ever felt lost in a conversation? Not much to say in this situation. Was I too lazy in education? Or just a bit stupid? The combination of two I always struggle to keep up. Just stay quiet, don't speak up. It sneaks up, self-doubt grips tight. Hope it don't stick around tonight.
Right, so that was it. That was the first 45 seconds. There's a few different clips in there, but generally that's kind of all the bits that I've used. Some of it was recorded in my studio. Some of it is just taken from kind of YouTube videos. You can't really see them because I've blended them in, and I've just used them to kind of go with my studio pictures. It's like a crossover of two images. Also, I've used, so what I'm going to do, I'll start off at the bottom. I'm just going to put the tune on mute actually. So if I start at the bottom, let's mute everything or take it away. So how I started it, so most of the stuff I used was recorded on my iPhone. It's an up-to-date iPhone, but the video on there is so good. All phones nowadays, I mean, for recording something like this, they're ideal. Only tip I'd say is if you're recording a lot of these images, I've slowed down, so when you're recording, try and not move the camera too quick, because when you end up slowing them down, it gets a bit glitchy and it kind of looks just a bit shit. So yeah, just do slow movements. So the first clip I'll show you is this one here. So I was in a club, it was Hop Yard, near where I live. Shout out to you lot. Shout out to the Wild Heart Radio crew. It was a night that they did. It wasn't that busy, but it had great lighting. It's a small club, but if you see here, I've filmed on the floor and I've just gradually moved up. And what I've done right along the whole track, I've just done all of it as in this image. There's a few people dancing around, so this will keep going in loop. There's a few different bits, so 4 or 5 of them are different, and then I've kind of repeated them as I go along. But what you want to do is have a layer of kind of something like this just to go underneath, and what you'll start doing after that is building on top of it. So these were all other clips that I've done, and this is the main club night video. It goes right across, and it's just something to, if you play the whole video, you won't have any gaps. So it kind of just gives you a layer just to mess around with. And then what you then start doing is building on top. So what I'm going to do is show you. So first of all, what I did was I went to, where is it? All right, let's go to fix this up. So let's go here. So this one here, it starts off by saying what kingdom Prang. It's just a simple one that's up here. If you go up to your right side, these are ones you get with the software. Like I say, I think most softwares have these kind of like templates where you can mess around with. I think I've done title. You can go to Adobe stock. If you go to free, you obviously won't have to pay for anything. So let's do that again. There you go. So what I've done is use just one of these. I mean, you've got quite a few of them, but there's tons to choose from, and you literally just drag and drop, and then you go over here and write. So click into it, and up here on the left, you write your text, what kingdom Prang. So I can't remember what one I used, but it literally just says that. You can change the font, you can change the size. It comes, so what it does, it automatically moves around. So these templates, they're all set up. So let's see, it just kind of fades in this one. There's other ones that come into the screen and fade out and bounce around and all that, but I quite like that. It's quite simple. You can write whatever you want, but I thought I'd keep it simple. Also, so that's at the start of my video, and then what I've just done is copied and pasted it. So I've got another duplicate, and I've taken it down here and I've put it right at the end. So yeah, it comes up again, same thing. I mean, sometimes I change it to a different font or something else. Depends really, whatever you want to do. But it's just something simple, really. So then I've started getting other images. So with these images here, these ones here, I'll just talk about these. So if you look at this row, these are all little clips that I've pinched from YouTube. Just recorded the screen. You can't see them. Let's have a look and see if I can. I'll take that away for a minute and let's go. So this one here, if you can see here, it's some eyes. I think a lot of them were like 70s, some 70s clips. So I've got the 70s. Sorry, I'm just setting up something else. Right. Yeah, so that's an image that I've faded out. So with a lot of these as well, what you'll want to do is, so that was kind of lighting, that was some running in the bushes, that one's quite a dark image, I can't remember what I used, that one's someone moving around, I think in a room. I mean, some of them you can hardly see, but when you layer them on top of the other video, they really work well. I mean, this one's a little mask and light. That one's like a moon. I think I've even got some sort of sun. Oh yeah, here you go, there's a sun here. And what I'm doing is slowing all of them down. So what you do, you go right click, speed duration. All of them are set at 100. So what I've done is just half that, or even gone down to like 30, and it slows them right down. And then go to opacity, and that's on 100% usually. So let's just go to this image and check it out. So that's on 25 now. If you look there, 80%, that's just some eyes. But it kind of just works really well. What did I do on 28? Yeah. Right, so then that's that layer. And what I've done, I've just literally gone along the whole thing. Some of them I've repeated, some are different. But there's probably about 6 or 7 different clips there that I've just used. Then I'll go to this one. So this one here. So I think a lot of these, so this row and this row are different clips of me in the studio. So what I've done, I got my missus to literally just record me sitting down. So there I am in my studio, just sitting on the floor, staring into space, doing a model pose, staring at the wall, at the ceiling or something. And she literally just recorded it and just moved really slowly around the room. Some of them are close up, some of them a bit further away. Let's look at this one as well. I think quite a few of them. There's some more of me DJing. I don't know if you can see that. I've brought down the opacity quite a bit. So there you go. There's me DJing in my studio. But it just, I mean, you can literally take footage from, I mean, on my first release, I just sat in my bedroom and with my hands on my head and just got her to just record me and do some kind of close-ups. And it's a bit cringy when you're doing it, but once you get that footage, you can just play with it. So you can literally use anything. It's all your original footage, so you're not going to get any hassle off people. But, I mean, if you don't mind just getting filmed for a few seconds, it just gives you something to play with. Look, there you go, there's me dreaming or getting deep or something. But yeah, I've just literally got her to film me a bit. And what I've been doing with different sections, so this bit here, let's put up the opacity, go 100 so it's full. So that's the full image, but what I've done, I've gone really close up, so usually it's 100% scale. Look, so that's me, that's the actual image, but what I've done, I've gone quite close up, because if you've got a couple of images all faded, look, so that's kind of faded in with that, and then you've obviously got that club night, which you see the lights coming through now. If you've got loads of detail, and that's kind of, let's go back out of it. If that's, oh no, it's opacity in it. Right, if you've got loads of detail in there, it just gets a bit confusing. It just gets a bit blurry. So all I wanted was kind of just to see a few bits in the corner. So I've got obviously your lights, and when it's moving along, I didn't turn down the opacity again, but, and there you go. So there you go, and it's moving along, and you just get a bit of each image, and it just kind of blends in nicely. There's me again, fast asleep. Right. So that's all I'm doing really. So if you think I've got the club night, I've got the few YouTube clips which are just little fillers just to fill up the gaps, and then a lot of it is me sitting in my studio DJing, doing whatever. And then this last one, so in my track, if you listen to the track here, let's unmute that. So yeah, do you hear that? So in the chorusy bits, it's got a piano. So I've literally pinched that, used the hands, closed up, gone close up with it, and then just stuck it in the gaps where the piano is. It kind of just, it's just like other fillers. So there's not tons of different footage, but you can literally use anything, and as long as you're blending it in together, it just looks quite nice. So once I've done that, so I've got all my images, I've got them faded in a bit, I've got a few of them close up, a few of them move positions. I mean, just kind of look at your image, and when they're all blended in together, try and just get them to sit nice. But so if you see all of these, go close up, I've got so transitions, which is down here on the left. If you go to effects, I've got two different transitions that I've been using. So additive dissolve and VR light rays. I mean, there's quite a few of them that you get with the software, but I really like them. It just makes a nice blend. So if I take that out and just play this, so what I'll do, I've deleted that. So if you play it and then see that, so what it does, it's not blended in, it just literally comes in like a clip. I mean, sometimes it works, but most of the time it just looks a bit, doesn't look all that. So what I try and do, you don't even have to kind of be, you just have to literally throw them on every bit, each end, and it just kind of makes everything blend together. Let's go mute again. And it just makes everything blend together. It's just some of it you can speed up, some of it you can slow down. Most of my images as well I've slowed right down. Like I say, go to there, speed duration, and just drop them to like 50 to 40 to 50%. Yeah, and that's it really. So that's about it. I mean, you can, as long as you get everything blended in nicely, it just looks really good. I mean, I'm really happy with it. I've done my last 3 videos where I've literally just done them myself. I've kind of recorded a bit of video on my iPhone, thrown it in here and just played around with it. I think one of them was with my daughter and wife, and I just filmed them as we were walking to the farm or something like that, just in the forest. There's so much you can do. It's literally just, it's not too hard, and you can just, it just saves money. I know there's other software out there, but I find Premiere Pro really good. It's a bit more professional than iMovie, which is also on the Mac, but whatever takes your fancy really. I mean, this works for me. So yeah, that's it. That's the breakdown really. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, that's about it. Right, so I'll just play a little bit of the video just to finish off. So What Kingdom Prang, it's out now. Check it out on Spotify and all that business. Right, peace, later.
Try and start talking, getting intense. Eyes are all watching, waiting suspense. Confidence I'm losing, think they're getting bored. Swerve another question, put in another record. It's easy to be ignored sometimes. Stuttering through my mixed up lines. Don't know what's happening, getting tensed up. Time for a shot, chuck us that cup. Going for a mix up is safe around here. Mirrors getting past, can't do no gear. Fear sometimes creeps up out of the blue. Mine on overtime, they think they like you. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm paranoid, think they forgot. Got a lovely spot here, best way to express. Oh, here we go again, someone with a request.
Hey, bruv, you got that tune? I can't remember what it's called. You know the one. You know the one. This like the popular one, you know?
Nah, mate, I don't know what you're talking about, Giz.
Come on, man, you know the one. You know, the piano thing. The little piano bit, you know what I mean? You know the one?
Nah, bruv, I just said I don't know what you're talking about, man. Look, I'm trying to mix, man.
Oh, come on, man.